Oscar Isaac confirmed for Moon Knight. Yes. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. Oscar Isaac is officially confirmed for the Moon Knight Disney Plus series. There had been some question if Oscar Isaac was officially on board because at the recent Disney Investor Day presentation, Kevin Feige made no mention of the actor. But probably the deal hadn't quite been completely inked at the time, but seems they worked it out by now. Because Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who will direct some episodes of the series, took to Twitter, that anti-free speech social media platform, to confirm his involvement in the series and, of course, the casting of Oscar Isaac. We're directing some episodes of Marvel's Moon Knight, starring Oscar Isaac, Benson tweeted. I had this comic handed to me when I was 8 years old, and haven't stopped thinking about it since. And with Mohammed Diab also on it, genius director of Clash, tempted to thank an ancient lunar deity. Moorhead also tweeted confirmation. I still can't wake up from this dream I'm having. That we're directing Oscar Isaac in a Marvel show. It's really happening. Yeah, it's all great. That lunar deity is, of course, Khonshu, the Egyptian god that Moon Knight comes to believe saved his life and therefore must serve in his, war against the forces of evil or what have you. So, there you have it. They will start filming in March. And so Benson and Moorhead will be directing it. They're a pair of indie filmmakers behind the sci-fi horror movies of The Endless and Synchronic. And they join Mohammed Diab, the Egyptian filmmaker behind the Middle Eastern drama Clash. So they want a lot of that Egyptian atmospherics and whatnot there. And, of course, Mohammed Diab will fit in for that. And as to what elements Benson and Moorhead will bring to it, well, I'm guessing a lot of horror elements for the look of it. Meanwhile, Jeremy Slater, known for Netflix's The Umbrella Academy, will be the head of the writer's room and executive producer and showrunner. Well, I guess you could have just said, hey, he's the showrunner. That kind of encompasses all that. So, Moon Knight will start shooting in Budapest again in March. Now, Kevin Feige didn't just ignore Moon Knight. He did present it. He just couldn't confirm who was going to be the star. But we now know it's Oscar Isaac. So Feige described the series as bringing a whole new different vibe to the MCU. Moon Knight is an action-adventure Indiana Jones-type story coming to life as a Disney Plus series directed by Mohammed Diab. Boy, he didn't even bother to mention the other guys. Oh, well. The character Moon Knight is a complex vigilante who suffers from dissociative identity disorder. And these multiple identities that live inside him are very distinct characters in the series. The backdrop of our story is incredible Egyptian iconography. Egyptology is something the world has always been fascinated by, and we are going to tap into it in a fun and bold way in Moon Knight. So, yes, the multiple personality disorder is a feature of Moon Knight that puts him out of the obvious knockoff of Batman. There's quite a few knockoff elements there, so it can't really escape it. I don't know how they're going to weave that around, if they'll have it all there with, instead of Alfred, he has Frenchie, stuff like that. And one of his multiple personalities is basically Bruce Wayne. So, but the multiple personality aspect of him was quite an interesting element to it and could be well explored. I've always liked Moon Knight. Some of the recent series had a lot of cool mood and setting and ideas, but lacking in story. So hopefully they've got that. But a lot of the Marvel stuff suffers from being too silly, and they're using the multiple personality aspect of it as to give it some sort of push and a draw to it, and that's some sort of fascination for it. And yet at the same time, they tend to make fun of a lot of stuff. And I don't know about that. And probably have dumb little conversations between him and the spirit of Khonshu. Is it really there? Is it all in his head? And that sort of thing. So somewhat optimistic about it. I think Moon Knight's a cool character, even though it pretty much is a knockoff of Batman in a lot of ways. But it found its own footing, and we'll see how that plays out for Disney Plus. So there you go. Moon Knight coming to a screen somewhere near you soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.